Hello my gems, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be sculpting Punchy from Animal Crossing, and I hope you guys enjoy. So the first thing I do is create a aluminum sphere to act as kind of a base for the head, and this just means I don't have to use as much Sculpey. I then start working on the ears, which was pretty difficult because I wanted them to be three-dimensional, just as if they were in the game. And it took a lot of trial and error to find the best size, but eventually I got a pretty good set of ears. Next, I'm gonna just smooth out the cheeks, and I'll stick them in the oven. So once he's done baking, I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing with the body, make an aluminum base, cover it with Sculpey, and then attach it to the head with a wire. This just makes the bond between the body and the head a lot stronger and will prevent it from possibly snapping. Now I'm just gonna smooth out the crease between the body and the head. And now I'm going to make a hole for the wire for the tail. And I will bend it to the desired shape and then cover it with Sculpey. And just as a quick side note, I do put them in the oven after I'm done with each section because I don't want to mess it up while I'm working on the next one. So I just put them in the oven for a couple minutes. So now it's time to make some arms and legs. So I go ahead and drill some holes and then put some more wire in there. If you notice my shakiness, I apologize. I wasn't feeling very good one of the days I was recording. I had a really bad headache, so my hands are really shaky. Once I've gotten all of the limbs put in place and smoothed out, I go ahead and bake him. And I actually lost the footage of me sculpting the shirt, but I struggled profusely, so I'm kind of glad that we don't have to see that. But before I do that anyway, I go ahead and sand him with an electric nail file, which allows me to be a lot more precise with where I want to sand. So this tool comes with different heads, and so I can get into the little tiny grooves. And then I just use a basic buffing tool to get out any last flaws. I dust him off with a dry paintbrush, and then he should be ready to go. So after I sculpted the shirt and gave him a last baking, I coated him with a generous amount of white paint to act as a base coat. I then started adding the blue color to his fur. However, I was struggling to find the best color because in older games he was a lot darker, but in New Horizons he's a lighter kind of purpley blue color. But I ended up doing sort of a happy medium color of a nice dark indigo. I then add his periwinkle eyelids. And just clean up the edges around the white fur. I then add his iconic yellow eyes, and then his pupils. This was a lot of extensive work right here, but it was definitely worth it in the end. It's actually a good challenge because I tend to think I have heavy hands, so I thought that this was a good practice for me to be a lot more intricate with my work and careful. So here I'm adding his 3 little whiskers on his cheeks. And then the mouth was one of the hardest parts, so I penciled it in before I painted it. Now I wanted to add a little fishing pole because my sister suggested it and I was like, I have to. So I took a toothpick and I just painted it and bent it a little bit. I added a little leaf that I made out of resin, and the bobber is just a little yellow bead attached to some elastic. I had to do that off camera because I actually needed an extra set of hands. I then add a little bit of duct tape for the handle and just finish off the painting. I thought it was so cute how it turned out. So now I am going to add the little orange details that are on his ankles and his wrist areas. And I did not forget the toe beans. And then lastly, I painted his pink ears. He actually has sort of an ombre color in his ears, but I decided to just go with a solid pink color, as at this scale you're not going to see that amount of detail. And now it's onto the shirt, which was the hardest part of this entire project. I have never painted a plaid design before, so this was definitely a first time. However, trust the process. I guarantee it looks good in the end. It just took some time to get the lines nice and precise. But again, at this scale, you're not going to see a lot of the flaws. Then I just spray a nice matte finish on him just to make sure that the acrylic paint will not chip. And then on to the final reveal. Super happy with how this turned out. I absolutely love it. He's going on my shelf. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching. See you next time.